Let's take another example. Here, we're working from a list of numbers. You can also call it a sequence if you prefer, where we are given the values 4, 12, 36, and 108, and we're asked to find the next value in that list. We're asked to recognize this pattern and say where this pattern should go next. So, let's start out by writing out our numbers. 4, 12, 36, 108, and then so on down the line, where our job is to figure out what happens down the line. Well, let's think about the first two. How can we get from 4 to 12? And for this kind of thing, the best strategy, at least starting out, is look at the obvious answers. Go from 4 to 12, there's two really easy ways. You can either add 8 or multiply by 3. So that tells us that, okay, going from here to there, you could add 8 or multiply by 3. Sorry. Now let's go to the second two. Okay, we got 12 and 36. Now here, again, there are a couple really obvious ways to get from 12 to 36. One is adding 24, and the other is multiplication by 3. A good sign, because you already saw multiplication by 3 once. So that's a good indication that maybe we're multiplying by 3. Now, 2 examples actually isn't quite enough. Usually, anyway, we want to do a little bit more than that. Let's check this third one just to be sure. Look at this third pair. Going from 36 to 108. Well, you could, if you really wanted to, add 72 to this, but hopefully, starting to guess, you can actually see that what you would do here is multiply by 3 again. So our pattern that we're looking for, the pattern that we're trying to find in order to get this next number, is multiplication by 3. Means that to get to our next number in the sequence, next number on the list, you multiply 108 by 3, which would give you 324. Multiply the 100 by 3, 8 by 3, add them up, you get 324. It's important to notice one big thing here, that when it comes to these patterns, you have to be very careful about the information you get. If all we had were those first two, either of these would have been good, and there's nothing guaranteeing that either of these is what would have happened next. This could have just been a list that was 4, then 12, then 4, then 12, then 4, then 12, then 4, then 12. Or maybe the next one could have been 5 and 13, where you add 1 alternatingly from 4 and 12. 2 isn't enough. You need a little bit more to be able to get a pattern.